How do I find pieces? How do I refinish those pieces? How do I get a good deal? These are all questions that I'm going to answer today and more, and help you on your way to refinishing your own house or refinishing pieces to sell for other people's. Well, I am Shannon with Black Sheep House. In today's video, I want to show you guys how I run this business and how I make a profit off buying old furniture, refinishing it, and selling it. The number one thing that you need to focus on is making sure that you find pieces at a really good price. I make most of my profit when I buy the piece. So the way that I buy pieces is nothing magical, but a lot of people don't realize that there are just so many pieces that just have a few repairs that need to be done, and it's not that major, and you can actually do them, and it will save you so much money, and you'll make way more profit if you can learn how to do repairs. A lot of pieces I find at thrift stores like Goodwill, or I will look on Facebook Marketplace. I was using the app Let Go and OfferUp, and they actually combined forces now, so it's all one app, and I've found some stellar deals on there. Craigslist is actually still a very viable place. So I'm sure that all of you guys have probably been on those sites before, and maybe you haven't had any luck. And the reason why most people don't succeed on those sites is because they are, when a great deal pops up, right? So let's say a great deal pops up and you're in my radius and I see that great deal pop up too. A rookie would send a message and ask like, oh, what are the dimensions? Do you have somebody there to help me load it? Can you hold it until Friday? Does it have any like weird smells? They'll ask a bunch of questions, right? And here's what I do. I see a deal and I'm willing to take the risk. I know that the seller does not want to mess with a bunch of questions. And so I will send them a message and say, hey, I can pick up today, have help. What's your address? I'll Venmo you right now to make a deposit or whatever. So already out of the gate, if you sent a message asking for dimensions and I sent a message that said, hey, I can be there in 30 minutes and what's the address? I mean, who are they going to give that stellar piece to? Who are they going to sell it to? They're going to sell it to the pro. And that comes from just having the guts, and it is a risk. Sometimes I've showed up to a place to pick up a piece, or Brad has, my husband, showed up to pick up a piece and it was garbage, and you're just gonna have to take that risk. But sometimes we've shown up to pick up pieces and they were amazing pieces that just, you could never dream of getting a deal like that from someone. So you have to be willing to take those risks on Facebook Marketplace or Let Go, and just put yourself out there and sound really confident and tell them that you really want to buy this piece. You can pick up as soon as possible. You'll Venmo a deposit. It's just a really great way to beat a lot of other potential buyers to the punch, because when a great deal pops up, there's a lot of people on Facebook Marketplace that are looking for great deals too, and they're gonna see it. So this will just put you in front. Now, most people are going to go in order of who sent them a message first, and if they're any kind of polite seller, that's generally how they're gonna roll. So that brings up my next point. Making sure that you are on Facebook Marketplace, that you are on those apps daily. Do a couple scrolls, have your keywords that you're looking for, and just check often. The best day to get great deals on Facebook Marketplace is Saturday. Sunday is a close second. That just tends to be when people are putting stuff up for sale, the kind of people who are busy and don't want to mess with it too much, and so they will give you a stellar deal because they just want to get it out of their house by the end of the weekend. Buying stuff on Facebook Marketplace, Let Go and Offer Up Together, Craigslist are all really great places to pick up wonderful deals. As far as thrift stores go, Goodwill is actually going to be your best option, and you want to go to neighborhoods where the Goodwill there is going to be rotating the inventory quite a bit, and so I tend to go to like wealthier neighborhoods. I'm in a pretty densely populated suburb, and so I have so many Goodwills at my disposal, and you may not have that where you're from, but you might have to drive a little to go to those particular places or to pick up pieces off Facebook Marketplace. Your area will matter, you know. At the end of the day, it is going to make a difference on how much you can buy and sell if you're in a super small town and you don't have a lot of places to buy items. So that just kind of is what it is. There's not much you can do with that. So when you're buying things online, be ready to buy things without using cash, but have cash as well. So when I am purchasing something off Facebook Marketplace, I have Venmo, I have Zelle, I have PayPal, I have the Cash App, and I have another one too. So it's hard to keep track of sometimes, but you know, every seller is gonna have a different form of payment that they prefer. The easier you can make it for the seller, the more likely you are going to be able to close that deal and get the best deal on antique furniture. Another thing to think about when you are, once you find your piece and you get a piece home and it's a great deal and you're ready to paint it, I want you to think to yourself, you know, what is a popular color right now? You know, you can't go wrong with white. Navies are popular, and blues and grays, wood tones are really popular. And so picking something that will appeal to the masses is important, and don't feel like you're selling out by choosing to do something more neutral, because if you're just starting out, you're just getting your style under your belt, you're just kind of figuring out what your look is. And there are some furniture painters that do a beautiful piece. I've seen where they did like a beautiful piece, I think had like sunflowers all over it, and it won the Zebra Refinishers contest. It was beautiful. And guess what? That seller, I follow her closely, she had to repaint that in a neutral color to actually sell the piece. So even though it won a competition and it got loads of comments and likes and shares and all that on Instagram, she still ultimately had to paint in a neutral color to get it out the door. That making neutral furniture is such a great way to just get your foot in the door and gain some experience. Another important thing to think about when you are finding furniture, like when I first started, I bought a nightstand, okay, just one sole nightstand, and I bought a chair and a little coffee table, I think, and all around the same time. And I was just getting started, and I got a lot of my inspiration from Jamie Ray Vintage, and if you haven't checked out her YouTube, she has a wealth of information there. So I bought those pieces and I painted them all neutral colors. I did, you know to do that, but I didn't realize that those particular pieces were, one, going to take up a lot of time, and two, they weren't very profitable pieces. A side table is difficult to sell, especially like a nightstand, because people generally, the trend is right now is to have two nightstands. And so paying attention to those trends, I wasn't really hip to the scene yet on the like decorating and design world. And so I was really just going off of like what I was learning on YouTube about painting furniture. I wasn't really plugged into like, here's what's trendy, here's what's popular, here's what people are really looking for right now to add to their spaces. And so that's one thing that I do now that really helps me in selling items quicker and for more money. I did eventually sell those items, but I was super frustrated. I did not think that I had what it took. I was feeling very defeated. I didn't get very much money for any of those pieces. I think the chair, I got $25 for. The nightstand, I got $45. And I think the coffee table, actually I did make like $120 Actually, I didn't really realize it at the time, but navy and gold were trending, and I just happened to like navy and gold, and I did like this navy and gold thing. I'll show you guys like a picture on the side here, but finally, now that I've been doing this for some time, and Brad did this with me too, we found that dressers were actually our like highest, I guess we got the most bang for our buck with dressers, you know. So we could buy a dresser for under $50, you know, under $75, and generally sell it for about $400 in our market. And so that was something that we just found those items were selling quickly. And if you think about it, someone's house has a lot more dressers in it than most other furniture. Buy anything if it's really good quality and I can get a really good deal on it. Those are my two things. I have to keep the price low. If you are buying an item for resale, you really have to keep the price low. Now, if you're just refinishing stuff for your own home, then you can pay a little bit more for a piece because you're still saving a ton of money by refinishing it yourself. And you know, if you're buying stuff for your home and you're looking for a really specific thing, and then there's nothing wrong with paying the extra bucks and getting something that you really love. If you're going to be trying to buy and sell things, dressers are going to be a really great item to try and sell, especially long dressers, because they are versatile and those are just what are in style. So some people that I follow on Instagram would be like McGee & Co., of course, like Joanna Gaines and Magnolia Home. You can follow furniture companies like Bassett and West Elm and different places like that to see what is popular, what do people want, because they've done the research for you. They've done all the homework. They have all the analytics. All you have to do is look at, okay, Pottery Barn is selling this. This is a really popular thing right now. And if I can recreate it and give it to my customer for, you know, a third of the price, then wow. Let's talk products. So you have a piece, you want to paint it, and you've seen, you know, a couple tutorials where somebody's using Annie Sloan chalk paint, or they're using Dixie Belle, or they're using Sherwin-Williams, and you're going, oh my goodness, where do I even start? And since I'm doing this video for people who I feel like are more in the beginning stages, I will always recommend chalk paint. I think it's such a great product, and there are so many great brands of chalk paint. It is a two-part process. So you're going to start with the chalk paint, and then you're going to have to top coat it by either waxing it or doing a clear coat. And so it can seem like it's a little more involved, but actually it's just very forgiving. And when you're painting pieces that may have some damage and they come to you in a little bit rough shape, it's nice to have the type of paint that can hide some of that. And it sticks to anything. Chalk paint is just so great. I recently used chalk paint on a mirror and it stuck like glue. It's just such a great product. Now, so you find a piece, you buy it, you refinish it, it looks great, and you either keep it for yourself, because if you're watching this video just to figure out how to get great deals on Facebook Marketplace, then you decorate your home and you're done. But if you're going to be reselling, then now it comes time to figuring out what to charge for that piece. So generally, if you're new to selling furniture, I can't tell you what to charge because every market is different. You can get on Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp, LetGo, Craigslist, and just type in keywords like refinished dresser or whatever, and just get an idea of what people are charging in your area on those platforms, and price it around there and see what you get. You may have to price your stuff a little lower in the beginning because you're new to painting and it's still a painted refinished dresser, and so that's worth something in your market. Now, taking pictures is going to be so crucial in what you can charge. So I recommend that you study up on taking pictures. Maybe I need to make a video about how to stage and take pictures of furniture, because it will make or break you as far as selling things. People are scrolling, you know, and you want that picture to stand out against everyone else's photos. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to shoot me a comment below and I would love to answer it. I hope you guys will like and subscribe and follow me on my other social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram at Black Sheep House, and I will see you guys in the next video.